For they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. That's the spirit. That's why I went over faith and self-examination, and here we are now dealing with our affliction. Children in whom is no faith. He said, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. These idols. Or your own self. Y'all look in the mirror at yourself. You are your own power. Because you ain't really found out what it takes to be able to have a relationship with the Most High. Wow, Mashiach Yahushai, Bahashama Mashiach Yahushai. In these last days. It's the last days. It's the very last days, y'all. It's not like you can, oh, I'll get it together next week. Next week might be the end. That's why I say they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger. He's angry with us. He got angry with us with their vanities. Vanities. That's why I say for Ecclesiastes 3:24, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion. Your vanities. The way you think. Oh, I could do this here. And an evil suspicion overthrown the judgment. You allow the devil to have you thinking vain, with vanities, and make the wrong judgment, and your actions, when his book is closed, now you got to deal with the Most High. A man of war. Like he said, they have moved me to jealousy. They with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. So whatever you got to understand, if you don't think about, is this right according to the Most High? How the Most High feel about this? And whatever it is I'm getting ready to do or I'm doing. Then how is he involved in it at all? You can't come to him after the fact and say, oh, I did. You ain't thought about him. That's why I say they have forgotten me. What did it say? 18. Of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful. You're unmindful. And have forgotten the Most High that formed thee. So if he not in the equation of how you think and how you speak and how you act, then how do you think in your wildest dreams that he's going to be there for you when he going to bring the calamity on you? What you going to do then? He going to be laughing at you when you call on him. That's what this Bible talking about. Either do what I say do, you can be obedient, or what he said. He will tell you. Verse 21, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. Religions are vanities. Straight up. Because we're not dealing with religion, we're dealing with the word of the Most High. A way of life, the true way of life. Because you name a religion that's keeping the Passover, that's keeping unleavened bread on the first day and the last day. What religion is keeping the day of ingathering, day of first fruits, day of Pentecost? What religion is keeping the day of atonement, Feast of Trumpets, Feast of Tabernacles, during the time that it happens, or the new moons, for that matter, every month. Name them. So I say they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They are that's religions. And people's own vain opinion. That's why it says they have provoked me to anger with their vanities. That's the way you think. That has no merit with the Most High. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. Hear that? Jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. Hear that? A foolish nation. Here we are. No people in a foolish nation. For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase. No matter how much you see this earth increase, he said he's going to consume it with this increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. I will heap mischief upon them. I will spend mine arrows upon them. They shall be burnt with hunger, and devoured with burning heat, and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them. Wild beasts gonna eat us up. Spirits of wild beasts gonna eat us up. With the poison of serpents of the dust, poisonous snakes. The sword without and the terror within shall devour both the young man and the virgin. The suckling all the way down to the babies, also with the man of gray hair, even to the old. Understand this. The Most High, tell you Exodus 50:3 is a man of war. The Most High is his name. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. See. Listen. Verse 26. God said, I will scatter them into corners. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. Now you wonder, you look at that's why, like I say, the Most High, his ways and thoughts are not our ways and thoughts. So he said he's gonna make the remembrance of we as the 12 tribes of Israel to cease. That's why we don't know who we were in this Bible. Now we do, but he made our remembrance to cease. And he used these nations like we read in the enemies of the Most High and the haters of the Most High in Psalms the 83rd chapter. I tell you, he said just what he said he's going to do. So when they did it, he said he's going to do it because we didn't want to follow him. So look what they did. Psalms 83. Hold that. That's where we at. In Deuteronomy 32. Psalms 83rd chapter. He said he's going to make our remembrance to cease. So we know all this before it happened. Now we got to study it to find ourselves approved to the Most High and knowing what he said and seeing it happen through the precepts. Psalms 83. This is what they have said. Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. You see that? So the Most High, he used the heathen, he used these other nations to do his will. Like he said, he used the beast to kill us, did he? As a spirit. He go into it to make them kill us. As animals, you see? Poisonous snakes to kill us. He said he's going to do this, and he did it. Deuteronomy 32:26. I said I will scatter them in the corners. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. And we just see how these nations said they're going to take us out of being a nation. Remembrance of us being a nation. They did that. But the Most High said he's going to do it. He told us this. But we didn't want to be obedient, so therefore it happened. Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversary, our enemies, should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our enemies who were sold to, our hand is high, and the Most High have not done all this. See? And that's what you got to remember. Because a lot of times, we can go to Psalms 83rd chapter and say these nations did what they did, but the Most High says he's going to do it to us for breaking his law, statutes, commandments. And they're going to have to pay. Like we have to pay. Like he said, he's going to leave us unpunished, he's going to leave them unpunished. As it is written. But they are a nation void of counsel. Can't tell them nothing. We the Israelites. Neither is there any understanding in them. Hear that? A lot of times you look at us teaching, and who is it that really want to get this? Who really understands this? Or you looking over here, you looking over there, you got all this doctrine, so you scatterbrain. When it go down, it goes like, hey, you was on the right path, but you went astray. Oh, that they were wise. Here, listen to the Most High. I mean, what do you say? Oh, that they were wise. That they understood this. That you understood this. That you're getting. That they would consider their latter end. Consider the last days, y'all. What we in now? The latter end. Consider the latter end. And what it is we have to deal with. Why the Most High said what? We got to seek his face. Verse 20. Deuteronomy 32 and 20. And he said, I will hide my face from them. So I'm going to hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. I'm going to see how you're going to survive without me. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith, not believing in the Most High. They call him in with their mouth, but their heart is far from him. Their mind is far from him. Look at, go to Psalms 27th chapter. King David was always crying out to the Most High. Listen what he said. Psalms 27 and 5. For in the time of trouble, and we really are in Jacob's trouble right now, whether you see it in your life now or not, we're in Jacob's trouble. And in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. And now shall mine head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. That's the kingdom coming to the Yasharallah. Therefore will I offer in his sanctuary sacrifices of joy. I will sing, I will sing praises unto the Most High. But you're going to be happy to know that the Most High got him under his wings. But listen to what he say. Hear, O Most High, when I cry with my voice. Hear, O Most High, when I cry with my voice in humility, in a broken and contrite spirit. Hear, O Most High. The only time the Most High has pity on us is what you see right here. When I cry with my voice, have mercy also upon me and answer me. When thou sayest, seek ye my face, in our affliction, what? We gonna seek him early. So I'm gonna hide my face from you. I'm gonna go to my place. In your affliction, as I hide my face from you, you're gonna seek me early. When thou sayest, seek ye my face, my heart, my mind said unto thee, thy face, Most High, will I seek. Because he turned his back on us. But he said, your face I will seek. Hide not thy face far from me. We all should be crying out to the Most High for this. Put not thy servant away in anger. You don't fear him? Oh, fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power. So he said, hey, hide not thy face far from me. Put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help. Leave me not, neither forsake me, O Most High of my salvation. Say, that's the Most High. We got to cry to him. But you can't cry to him when you got all this pride. Go to Isaiah 25. 25th chapter. Verse 4. For thou hast been a strength to the poor, a strength to the needy in his distress, a refuge from the storm, a shadow from the heat. Cover you up so you be cool. When the blast of the terrible ones is as a storm against the wall, thou shalt bring down the noise of strangers as the heat in a dry place, even the heat with the shadow of a cloud. The branch of the terrible ones shall be brought low. That's what we want. That's prophecy. They're going to be brought low. Prophecy. Isaiah 24:1. Behold, the Most High maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste. He turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. The Most High maketh this earth empty, and maketh it waste. Think about all the waste that they put out into the ocean. And turn it upside down. Since they don't want to follow the way of the Most High, he said, I'm going to turn it upside down. That's why you following things and looking for things that people are coming up with, new things, new religions, new things that they're coming up with, even as Israelites. And scatter abroad the inhabitants thereof. We scattered everywhere. Say. He said, and it shall be as with the people, so with the priests. You're making it even. Even Stevens, they say. As with the servant, so with the master. Oh, he's changing it up. Turn it upside down. With the servant, so with the master. People have all these giant corporations and businesses. Also now, he's making the earth empty. A lot of things going down. He's bringing them low. Even Stevens. Even playing field. As with the maid, so with her mistress. As with the maid, she's going to look at her mistress like, hey, we're on the same playing field now. That's what he's doing. As with the buyer, so with the seller. Oh, you don't have what I need? No. So you don't have things to sell as it was before. Excuse me. As with the lender, so with the borrower. As we come up, as Israelites, the nations are coming down. Believe this. As with the taker of usury, usury is what? Interest on everything that you try and deal with. So with the giver of usury to him. Oh yeah, we're going to be the new IRS. Israelites receiving services. Instead of external revenue, it's going to be Israelites receiving services. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, robbed. For the Most High has spoken this word. You hear that? You got to do it the Most High on this. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languishes and fadeth away. The haughty people, the prideful people of the earth do languish. They crying out. Oh, with my money. Oh, I'm losing everything. Even Stevens. That's what he's talking about. The earth also is defiled. Why you gonna do it? Because the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. The earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. People that's running the earth. And the people that's living in the earth. That's following the way of the Gentiles. The way of the heathens. The Israelites that's following the way of the heathens. And showing the heathen their works. Great, they're doing greater abominations than them. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Because they have transgressed the laws. You hear that? Because we transgressed the Most High's laws. Changed the ordinances. Broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore had the curse devoured the earth. You hear that? The curse devoured the earth. And they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Hopefully that's not any of you. Or me, myself. Most I will, it won't be us that really hear this and change. Want to make a change. And not be as the world would have you to go to hell with it. Look, as this affliction heats up, get worse and worse and worse, Jeremiah 16:19. O Most High, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. So we talk about affliction. In the day of affliction, Jacob's trouble, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth. We're in the ends of the earth right now, yo. Last I read, 2nd Ezra 6:9 says, for Esau is the end of the world. So that means the Edomites will have to be ruling at the end of the world. And they are. And Jacob was the beginning of that follow. The 12 tribes of Israel are going to rule forever and ever and ever. As it is written. That's why it's saying, O Most High, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth. And not only talking about these other nations, he's talking about you Israelites out there. Our family members, our associates, our friends. Let's say they Gentiles. They've been programmed. Their brain's been polluted. Their brain polluted. They think they're Gentiles when they're really Israelites. We tell them, look, how we get here? Slave ships. Okay, well, Deuteronomy 28:68 says what? And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again, slavery, captivity, and bondage again, another time with ships. By the way where I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there when you go on these ships, you're going to be sold to your enemies for what? For bondmen and bondwomen. Slave men and slave women. Who that happened to? It's only us. It's us. No other nation can say that happened to them. For hundreds of years? Come on now. And no man shall buy you. No man's going to redeem you from the condition that the Most High said he's going to put us in for not following his laws, statutes, commandments. Period. That's why, yeah, it's talking about us too. We the Gentiles. And when you read the New Testament, we talking about us. To the Jew and to the Gentile, to the Jew and to the Greek. That's us. Because the Most High said, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, and Amos 3:2. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. But the other nations going to be judged. When the Messiah shall come back to judge and make war under the power of the Most High, oh yeah, they're going to be judged then. But right now, this is their heaven. This is our hell. Which is a condition on this earth. That's why it said, O Most High, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. And that's Jacob's trouble. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, religions, lies, false politics, lies, false education, lies, and more lies, inherited lies. That we Gentiles, we not the Israelites, lies. That is okay to be like the heathen, lies. And the other nations. We're the Jewish people talking about they're the Israelites, they're the Jews. No, lies. The other nations with all these different religions, lies. Vanity and things wherein there is no profit. See? No profit. Because the Most High said in Isaiah 40:17, all nations before him are as nothing and be less than nothing in vanity. Straight up. So they should be doing what they're supposed to be doing. And most are. The elite are. They doing what they're supposed to do. Don't get it twisted. They doing what they're supposed to do. They were made for this. Proverbs 16:4. The Most High made all things for himself. He made everything for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. So they're doing what they're supposed to do. Now, all you Israelites that call yourself Gentiles and say we not under the law, he got something for you too. You will be considered the 2/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners was sin. First John 3 and 4. Defines sin. In the New Testament, that you say we not under the law. But what is sin? Why would it be here if it don't mean anything in the New Testament? Why would it be here? 1 John 3 and 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law. For sin is a transgression of the law. See? Definition of sin. So going back to Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners, all those that break the laws of the Most High, of my people who are the 12 tribes of Israel, shall die. Hear that? Go put your death. That's why it says, those that leave it shall die. In Baruch 4, 1-3. We just read it. Such as leave it shall die. All the sinners, those that break the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, of my people, the 12 tribes of Israel, shall die by the sword, he said. Which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Why I say the evil? Because when you don't do what the Most High says for us to do, that's why he say in our offense we will seek him early. No, acknowledge our offense. In our affliction we're going to seek him early. We got to acknowledge that we offended him. That's why he's saying, they saying what? The evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So if you don't do what he say do, you are evil. And to be evil, then you bring in the left side of the Most High to you, which is Satan and his imps. You see? And it's sad because he done made himself look like he's a Mashiach Yahushua. You know, the Savior. He done made himself look like he's the spirit of the Most High. And people following that, it could be to their destruction. But our people, the Israelites say, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Don't get it twisted. Most High got something for you, boy. It ain't nothing nice. It ain't nothing that, I mean, it is nice. But nice don't mean what you think it means. It's the opposite of nice. He have that for you. Something that's opposite of what you think nice means, because it don't mean what you think it means. You know, and it's something that we really as a people have to look at ourselves and always examine and say, well, I got to make sure that I'm not, falling into this trap that the world have set up for you to fall in, so you go to hell with it. Simple. It's really not hard. It's just a matter of you really thinking about what it is you do before you do it. Look at Nahum, the first chapter. Verse 2. So the Most High is jealous. Hear that? He told us his name is jealous. The Most High is jealous. And the Most High revenges. Hear that? The Most High revenges and is furious. The Most High will take vengeance on his adversaries, his enemies, those that don't want to do what he say do. And he reserveth wrath for his enemies. See that? He reserving wrath for his enemies. The Most High is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. You see, they're not going to get away with whatever it is they think they're getting away with. Them, we didn't. The righteous and the wicked went into captivity, slavery, and bondage. Of the Israelites, the Most High's chosen people. So he says he's not going to quit the wicked. They're not getting away with anything. The Most High, even though he's long suffering, he's slow to anger. You hear that? He's slow to anger. And great in power. And will not at all acquit the wicked. The Most High have his way in the whirlwind. He's talking about them hurricanes and tornadoes and so forth. And in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. See? But we can always remember this. Verse 7, the Most High is good. He's the only one that's good. The Most High is good. A stronghold in the day of trouble. See? That's why we got to trust in the Most High. He's our only hope. That's why you got to have faith in him. The Most High is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble. And he knoweth them that trust in him. You hear that? He knoweth them that trust is having faith in him, believing in him. But, that's a condition, with an overrunning flood, he will make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemies. What do you imagine against the Most High? So what's your thoughts against the Most High right now? You're hearing all that you've heard so far, and then some. So what's your thoughts against the Most High right now? Don't want to figure out me because I'm just a messenger. He said, what do ye imagine against the Most High? He will make an utter end. You hear that? He's going to make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. Because he told us, the Most High is good in verse 7. A stronghold in the day of trouble. Trouble is that affliction that we catch. And he know of them that trust in him. He know those that trust in him, have faith in him, believe in him. He said, affliction shall not rise up the second time. Verse 11, there is one come out of thee that imagineth evil against the Most High, a wicked counselor. And that's what you're looking at, anyone that is not dealing with the unadulterated truth of this Bible. They're a wicked counselor. And our people are listening to this. Thus said the Most High, though they be quiet, and likewise many, they ain't coming up against us, so they quiet. But they got their little meetings, their little, I say, wicked counselor, got their little wicked meetings that they have against us. But they're not dealing with us, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little, to prove that we're not the 12 tribes of Israel. The chosen people of the Most High. The Most High is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Prove that he's not. Prove that he is the power of everybody. You wicked counselors he's talking to. He said, thus say the Most High, verse 12, though they be quiet, and likewise many, yet thus shall they be cut down when he shall pass through. Hear that? Most High said, I'm going to kill you when I pass through. That's like he passed through when we put the blood on the doorposts, who was in Egyptian captivity, and killed every firstborn of the Egyptians. Hear what he said? Thus said the Most High, though they be quiet, these wicked counselors, they quiet. They ain't on social media blasting at us as Israelites in what we bringing forth in these last days to wake up everybody. This is for everyone to wake up. They're supposed to be learning from what it is that we're bringing forth. Though they be quiet, they ain't saying nothing. But they wicked counselor. A wicked counselor, meaning you behind closed doors as a wicked counselor, counseling somebody pertaining to what it is that's coming out. He's revealing it. Thus say the Most High, though they be quiet, and likewise many of you, he's saying, yet thus shall they be cut down when he shall pass through. Though I have afflicted thee, though he afflicted us, he said, I will afflict thee no more. Hallelujah. Remember he said, our affliction we shall seek him early. He said, though he afflicted us, he said, I will afflict you no more. That's why he said, verse 9, what do you imagine against the Most High? What you going to imagine against the Most High? He will make an utter end. He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. This is it. This is it. You either going to make it or you're going to be thrown in a lake of fire. This is it. Ain't no trying to get it together later. This is it. This is all she wrote right now. This is our opportunity right now for everyone. Because a remnant of everyone going to be redeemed. I'll say saved. I'll say